a great old story about Henry Ford. Late in his life, a reporter interviewed him about all of his success and asked him what he would do if it was all taken away tomorrow. Well, Mr. Ford thought for a moment and then said he'd head down the street, look for someone with a problem, and find a way to help him solve it. You know, sometimes great ideas and successful businesses have seemingly simple beginnings, as simple as T-shirts in some cases. Kevin Stecco is president of 80sTees.com and the 2010 statewide Small Business Person of the Year. He'll be honored at the upcoming SBA Awards luncheon on May 28th. And welcome. Good to see you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting homegrown success story. T-shirts. How did you get started?
Well, the very beginning was at Kennywood Park, actually. I wore a He-Man T-shirt that I purchased when I was in State College, and 6 different people came up and asked me where I got it. That was in the summer of 1999, so at the time the e-commerce was just starting and eBay was the place to be, so I made a deal with the store that I bought it from, and I purchased quite a few and put them on eBay. I did that actually after I graduated.
Okay,
so that was about
just out of Penn State? Was that
out of Penn State?
Yeah.
Yes. So that was the summer of '99, and I actually started selling on eBay in December of '99.
Okay.
And it just kind of started from there.
And so, just an immediate response when you put He-Man T-shirts on eBay?
Actually, it was, yes. I knew I was onto something when the very first one sold for $30.
Wow. Okay. So a lot of markup right out of the gate.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. That was the heyday of eBay, the auction markets, and everything else. But why 80s tees?
You know, I think it started because the He-Man T-shirt was really the beginning, and that was kind of my thing as a kid. And the same store that I bought the He-Man shirt also had some of the other cartoons and toys that I watched as a kid, like Thundercats and G.I. Joe and She-Ra and some other girl cartoons like Rainbow Bright. And it just kind of made sense that, okay, you know, here's my little niche I've got going on where everyone knows to come to me for these type of shirts. We've
got some samples here on the table. So nowadays, I mean, originally we're buying shirts from a store and reselling them. I assume now you buy them from distributors or what, make them yourself?
Right. Actually both. We have licenses ourselves, so what we'll do in that case is we'll make a deal with Paramount Pictures or Hasbro, and we'll give them a royalty and we'll make our own. So for instance, we have our G.I. Joe t-shirts on the table, and that's from Hasbro. We have our Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Top Gun shirts, which are from Paramount. We also do buy some directly from license holders. So there are companies set to serve the retail industry with licensed t-shirts, and we'll buy from them. So for instance, Back to the Future or Tron, we just buy those shirts. They come in, they're completely made up, and those are actually pretty easy because all we do is buy them and sell them. Okay, so then what, you run the fulfillment center down, what, Mount Pleasant, Westmoreland County? That's correct. Yes.
Okay, and was this one of those deals you started in your parents' house and built it up from there?
Quite literally, yes.
Yeah.
I started on my mother's and father's dining room table.
Wow.
And that was where I had my laptop and I had my inventory all on the table.
Now, did you at some point you left eBay and built your own website? Did you hire some web-based firm to do that for you, or how did you get on the web on your own?
Well, actually, I didn't really know how to build pages, but when I graduated from Penn State, they've given us a copy of Microsoft Front Page,
okay,
which is a website authoring software. So I went ahead and started building some pages with that, and I didn't even buy the domain name 80stees.com at first. I had my eBay auction name was 80sTees, and I had a website that was on free hosting from a company called Hypermart. So I sent people to 80stees.hypermart.net. And it wasn't until about 6 months later that I realized, well, I guess I'm going to actually do this thing, so I better register that domain name.
That's great. And so you're still maintaining your own site? I mean, is that the way the operation works?
Well,
the company is.
Yeah, it almost from the beginning I was out of my league when it came to developing the website, so we had to hire some people, and at this point now we actually outsource most of the website development.
Okay, very cool. How did you break through though? Because I'm still struggling with this a little bit, because the t-shirt market online has to be a pretty crowded marketplace.
Well, I was one of the first, actually.
Huh.
I mean, I'm sure there were a couple of others, but I definitely was out the gate early, and we got lucky when Google came along and reached super popularity, because the way that we built our pages, they were tailor-made for indexing by Google. So It just so happened that we ranked really well. If someone typed in He-Man t-shirt, we showed up #1, and that was a huge boost. As they grew, we kind of grew right along with them.
Is that amazing? Being that first mover is so important. So how many people do you have now? How big is the operation?
There's 14 full-time employees, including myself, and then there's 13 part-time.
Now, do you still, last question, you still sell just 80sTees, or are you branching beyond the decade?
We are branching out. Actually, right now, our most popular t-shirts are from the movie The Hangover and the TV show The Big Bang Theory. This is a Hangover t-shirt.
Okay, you gotta open that one up. People will love that. All right.
In the movie, the character wears a baby on a carrier on his chest. So this is basically exactly that.
There you go. The 80s moves into the 21st century. Well, it's a great story. Kevin Stecco, the 2010 SBA Statewide Small Business Person of the Year. We'll see you on the 28th at the Sheraton at Station Square. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.